Hey, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure that my audio is working. Sweet. Awesome. Much better than last time. Last time I had a bad audio malfunction. Um, I think the first part of my show was kind of a bust, but yeah, thanks for joining. So we've got a few more minutes. I'm also on Google Meet. I think I put that into the show notes. If anybody wants to actually call in and ask questions, you can do that. Um, but yeah, I wanted to go over some new features on RayTrain Express. Um, we've been working on trying to just automate workflow and trying to get make it so that the participants have some instructions on what they need to do whenever they create a show or when they're in a train. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So one of the first things that we uh, set up was this participant checklist. Um, so whenever you join a train as a participant, we've got basically a list of items here that you should do to get your train set up. So RayTrain Express does allow you to put in your show link. So that show link, basically, you've got some quick tools here for downloading the thumbnail. You've got copy, show notes, and lineup, and then you can use these assets to build your show in Whatnot. Once you've got that done, you copy your show's share link, and then you come back here and share that into your train. Uh, this train, this is on my demo server, so um, this is just a demo, but this user has to, they still haven't put in their train link, their show link yet. So we're saying you don't have that set up yet. This does have slot themes. So they have the ability to um, um, set their slot. So we've already set their slot here. And then my slot team, I haven't selected yet. Um, so to work on that, we would go and add our show in Whatnot, and then we would come back here to. So I'm logged in as this Shane C 1977 user. This is my slot here, so I can add my show. Um, it's animals, so I guess I put taco beef on there, and then here's the team. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up and save it. And now I get a list here of I've got the show link that'll open up the show, and then I have all of my team and everything that I have set up. So now if I check my checklist, I'm all set up and I'm good to go. And then this will unlock this share the train. So you would click on this to copy that and share that out to your social media. This is a public link for sharing to your buyers or anybody that you want to come and check out your show. So this isn't necessarily for the sellers or the people on your train that you're trying to talk with. This is a buyer's link, so this will send out um, the public URL for you to go and check that out. So if we open up a new tab here, we go to that. So this would be um, the marketing page that people would see. So you can see some information about the train, the date. We have an interactive billboard that we're showing here. We're calling this out because this is a feature that allows your basically anybody that wants to track along with your train. If they're not, um, let's say you've got somebody that is watching your first couple parts of your train. They got to go run errands, they got to go do this and that, and then they come back. They don't have to go searching on whatnot to find that train. They just go to the interactive billboard, and then that will actually track along with the train. Right now, this is a starting soon. So before the train actually launches, we're going to have this pre-show that basically just gives us some information about the start time, um, countdown. It'll flip between a countdown and a start time, and then it'll just show the people who are on this train, the lineup. Once the train actually starts, though, we change this to a live board. So the live board will show um, basically a progression chart at the top, like how far along this train is going, who's running now, like who's actually supposed to be live right now, who's up next, and then it'll show like a list of the folks that are going to be coming up in whatever their time slots are. So your buyers can always come back to this page, see who's running their show right now, who's live, and then they can just jump back on the train. Hey, good morning, Bits and Bob, Glenn's. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all are doing well. Um, uh, so this show, this pre-show, you've got your show notes, so folks can take a look at that. You've got a QR code, so if you had it up on your phone, you could easily share it with somebody else, so they can scan that and get into the pre-show. But we're trying to make this as a marketing page. I've got a question. Can you have more than one admin or organizer for the train? Yes, you can. Um, um, Organizers, so you can have multiple organizers on a train. Whoever's setting the train up, though, does have to have that is a premium feature. So that would be under either our pro or ultimate tier for the organization. So you could have a group and have like one account that's the organizer, and then you can have multiple users connecting to this um, as organizers on each train. My wife Noelle, she's actually setting up a train. I think she's got it set up now, and that um, she set up her series of trains, and it's a repeating train, and then she's going to be having different people or be the host of that train each month. So that would just be setting that person as organizer for that train. Any other questions? Like I said, I do have in the show notes. There's a Google Meet link. I'm actually live on Google Meet, so if you actually want to call in and talk to me, feel free to. Yeah, so let's go back to this here. So this is, like I said, this is your public page. It's got a couple of different things here. We've optimized how you join. Um, we've optimized how you join in. Let's see, I think I've got something popped up. Nope. Okay. Um, so whenever you're creating a train as an organizer, you can send it out in two different ways. So you can send it out as a link. So um, if you have people that you have either send it through a text message or send it to an email, link is pretty good. Whatnot doesn't really like links being posted in the Whatnot chats. Like, so if you go into the messaging, if you've noticed trying to share a link outside of Whatnot in there, it just doesn't always seem to work. So we do have short codes, and this is you can put the short code right in here, and you can just join right that train. If somebody has sent you a short code to join, you just put that short code in here. So little Winona, yeah, you were on the ABC train. So this platform is so much easier than ones that used in Sign Up Genius and various chats to organize. Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, the ABC train was fun to watch. That's Marie's train, Pixie Dust Treasures, and she does an ABC train on our site. Let's see. These are all demo. Let me bring up. That was recently. So if we look at past events here, that was Marie's ABC train, and yeah, that was fun to watch. So she does a rookie train for new train participants, and goes through the whole process of that. So definitely check out Pixie Dust Treasures. Um, her rookie raid train. If you're not doing trains yet, definitely check hers out. You like how the tools are right there for the sellers to download and copy for show notes and graphics? Yeah, so let's get back into that. I'll show you how that works. And I think, little Winona, this wasn't here before. We just launched this feature here. So if you are a participant, you get a checklist of everything that's on. So if the organizer has turned on themes, or if it's a team versus, you can go and select those, but it also prompts you to add your show link. So that's just another way of, so if you look back on, let's see, if we look at train schedules, and if we go into, let's go into my wife's here. She doesn't have anybody pending on that one. Let's see. I thought she had a new one that was, oh, it's this one. So see, as you get confirmed, you can click right on the user. That'll bring you to the user's whatnot page. But if you add the show link, it actually adds a bookmark show item here, and that will drop you directly into the show. So that's really helpful for whenever somebody is following along in your train on the billboard, on the interactive billboard. When they click on your watch live, it'll drop them right in. So the system is going to prompt you to put that in. So we're trying to make it so the system is asking you to tell you this stuff, um, instead of the organizer having to like tell everybody what to do. I think, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check. I don't know if we enabled reminders for these. I think we're, if we haven't, we're going to. So this participant checklist will probably have email reminders and in-app reminders, um, so that the closer it gets to the train, like maybe a week out, it'll say, hey, you haven't put in your show link. Can you come back and put your show link? Maybe the day before, we'll say, hey, you really haven't put your show link in. Can you please do that? So we're going to try to kind of automate that stuff. Good. I'm glad it was easy for you guys to go through that. So if you're watching on the interactive billboard, are you seen in the room of the seller that is on? Yeah, so let me see if I can find, I don't think we have a train running right now, but let me see if I have one on my demo. Let's create one on my demo server. So creating a train, let's just do a demo here. Let's just upload a quick image. So we're going to add an image. Let's find one that's, that one works. When you're setting up your train, you have different join policies. So these join policies are, they've been prompted from different user use cases. There was one person that wanted to do like a stealth train. So you set up, you disable public, right? So this is basically like a stealth train. Set it to private. What that does is it sets it to invite only. It keeps it off the train schedule, so you can load this train up like kind of off the books. Nobody can see it yet, and only the people that you're inviting. So you're going to send your invite links out to people, and then once you're actually ready to advertise that as an event, the organizer can just come back in here turn that on to public train, and they can actually, when you're editing it, it'll actually keep the invite only status. So you still have control over that invite only. It's just now it shows on this train schedules up here. So let's see, let's create, so open to friends. I'm just going to put one off in about, let's see, it's 8:13 now. Let's put one at 8:15, and then we'll watch the progression. Let's see, I'm going to generate 10 slots. These are just going to be an hour. When the organizer is setting up the train, make sure to assign yourself. I've heard of people setting up their train, they send out the invite, and then like 10 minutes later, their train is full and they're not on their train. So you have the ability to assign yourself here. So you kind of stake your claim to that whatever time slot you as an organizer is putting in there. You can load your friend circle. So friend circle is basically just like a distribution list. If you're familiar with email distribution list or like a friends group, in the friends feature you can set up circles. Let's see, continue. Enable caboose. You can enable different things here. Let's go ahead and just make that create that train. So it says I haven't set up my show link yet, so I'm going to just set up a show link there. Just some random show link. Actually, let me put this show link in here. Share. I'm gonna copy that. And that should put it in. We've got moderator tools as well, so waiting for that to launch. Actually, it looks like it has it launched yet. What time did I say? 15 after. So we should be able to go to train schedules. And oh, this one runs. Let's see if it'll do it. There's some backend stuff that doesn't run locally on my machine. It has to be. Nope, that's not the right one. There's like some server side stuff that actually kicks off these things. I'm wondering if this will work locally here. Might have to put it on an actual. Let's see. So yeah, these are. It looks weird because it's a local machine here. So this is the demo interactive billboard. There we go. Yeah. So we've got our interactive billboard. Let's see. There's a question here. Can you set up? Can you set up backup sign up so as to make it so that if somebody backs out, people get a message? Oh yeah. So there is an integrated waitlist. So if let's see, I'll jump over to this user here. I'm going to go to that train schedule. So you're asking about, so I can, I can be invited to this, and if you get invited and the train is full, you can ask to be on the. Basically, the system will say this train's full, but you're allowed to join. It'll say, do you want to go on the wait list for all slots? So everybody, if anybody drops out, you're free that day. You can go and join that, right? But if you want to, let's say you've got an appointment here, and you can't do those two slots, but you can do every other one. You can select just the slots that you want to get notified about, and that'll pop you into the wait list for just those slots. And then you'll get a bell notification as well as an email notification if somebody backs out. So that's a first in, first out. So if you're the first person that kind of claims that slot in the wait list, you will get a notification if you want to claim that slot. Does that answer your question? Sweet. Yeah, so we worked on the wait list quite a bit to make that something that the organizer doesn't have to deal with if they don't want to. Excuse me. See, that's a great feature. Just hope that any new folks from the wait list show up for their newly confirmed spot. Yeah, exactly. Those and they could be vetted by the so yeah. So if you're sending out people invites into those, if they've got an invite, they'll be able to select whatever slot that if you've got it set up that way. So I told you about the different types of join policies. We have join where the user selects the slots. We also have a join policy. Let me go back to that. So we've got this join policy that this is just like the easy recommended for easy access. The users that you send the invite out to, or if they're your friends, they can just auto join in and kind of come into that. Invite only. The users get to pick their slots, but they can't just jump in as a friend and join that. Approval required. So uh, your friends will see this on your profile or on the public train, however you have that set up. If it's public, um, they can request to join, and then you get to, as an organizer, get to assign their slots. And then open application is kind of like the approval friends, but it's just anybody that's on the platform could join in and ask to request a join, but you still get to set their slots there. You hate fighting for spots on Facebook and missing out. Oh, I imagine. Yeah. Um, that can be frustrating. Yeah, it's really up to the organizer how they're wanting to do that. I know I think on Sign Up Genius, I don't know if the organizer has any control over the slots, who gets to go into the slots. I haven't really explored Sign Up Genius's. They don't have like a wait list like that, do they? I don't think so. But yeah, the slots though, yeah, depending on how you have it set up here is really however you want to organize that. So you can try to automate it away and have them do everything. The participants just give them a join link and they just go in and do that. Or you can be more involved and actually have to assign their slots. But yeah, it's really up to you on however you want to do that. Let's see what other things that we are looking at. I do. So when you guys, if anybody's in the uses the chat assistant, I do. Um, there's some triggers that. Let's see what. That's not my right account. There's some triggers that happen um, from the agent. So like I think I've seen a couple people say on there they'll ask it a question and the agent doesn't know the question. So I've tasked the agent. So if it doesn't know the question, I get an alert, and then I'll create a new knowledge base article based off of the question that you're asking. So pretty much everything in the system, if you are not familiar with, like, if you want to just say like, how do I do this thing in here? Um, use the chat assistant. It has access to the full knowledge base, or you can just go to the knowledge base here. So this knowledge base has pretty much like all of the different questions that I've seen asked. Some of the things I put in some things for like how to avoid like formats that are whatnot doesn't allow. I think there's some people that had some questions about how mystery boxes. Oh, thank you for the tip. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help people be successful and have fun with it. I think we can make this make trains a lot more fun and not as much of a headache. I saw somebody. it was a few weeks ago, like they had posted a video on, I think it was on TikTok, and they said it was like after it was the organizer after the train, and they were like they had like their sunglasses on, and they had their wine, and it was just like like I'm done. um, but yeah, I want to make this easy. I want to make this fun, um, and I want to make it valuable to people. So yeah, this is we're really trying to make this a marketing platform, a different way to bring in buyers. So as you're building your trains out, definitely use those tools. So if we're looking at um, yeah, share this out, share your trains out to your social media. Go to your public board here. I think it's actually you can do that from the train too, though. So from this train, you can copy the public link here, share that out to your social media. That's a way to yeah, the trauma the trauma of organizing trains on Sign Up Genius. uh, Yeah, but definitely share this out and use this as a marketing platform as you become more of a if you're doing a lot of these, and you want to get like more statistics and understanding of like what's going on in your trains. We have more analytics. This is for power users, so this would be a pro feature. I didn't open this up for free users because it's like if you're not if you're just doing it as an organization tool, you probably don't necessarily need to have access to the analytics or deal with that stuff. But this is really if you're wanting to use it as a business tool and really kind of dive deep into what's happening in your trains. This also does give you access to ratings in more depth. I did open up ratings if you folks noticed. Let me go back onto that. So as if you if you look at people's profiles now, as trains happen and people get rated, you should start seeing ratings on profiles. Um, so those ratings after you're done. Oh, we got somebody here that's got a rating here. Yeah. So after you're done with a train, um, you can go back into that train as a participant or as an organizer, as a mod, whoever you're associated with the train there. And you can rate people, rate the organizer. Say they did a great job, whatever you want to rate. So that the aggregated rating is open to everybody now, so everybody can see that. If you're looking for like a little bit more in-depth rating, like more of those analytics features, um, those are kind of yeah, we've got more trends of different things like that on your on different ratings like that. So yeah, you can have more in depth if you're going into using this more as a business tool. If you have your own website, you can also syndicate all your trains over to your other website, so you don't necessarily have to market it on Ray Train Express. You can plug this into your website. So this allows you to embed this into your website. These are all past. Um, I don't have any active on this one yet because they're all in the past, but you can embed this into your website and just say go to my website and here's my trains on there and whatnot. Um, Another new tool that we just opened up is shops. Um, so shops can be thought of as like Linktree. So if you don't have a Linktree and you want to kind of use RageTrain Express as your Linktree, um, it will hold everything. So you've got a link here. It's going to be shop slash your profile name, and then that is a public link for you to share out. It'll show your training schedule. It'll show anything about your shop that you want to talk about. That's just turned on in your profile. So if you go into your profile, edit your profile, there is a public shops link here, and then you have another description. So you can separate out your public profile, your about you, and your shop description. So those might be completely different things you want to say for a different audience. Um, you can put all your shop talk here, and then your Raid Train Express about you here. So it's just a way to kind of separate that out. But yeah, that's free on your account, so anybody can pop on their shop and get that shop links connected. In the future, if we get access to the seller's API through whatnot, we'll be able to do more with the shop link, like have direct links to your product or anything like that in your bin, things like that. Yeah, talking about that, I do have in my bin, my buy it now, I do have just the metal founder's card. It's a laser etched founder's card, just with the Raid Train Express. So if you guys want to take a look at that, I do have that in my bin. That's the only thing I have in my bin for now. We'll be creating some other assets that will actually engage with the website. Some physical products that will work with the website. So yeah, I think I mentioned it last time. We're going to be doing an interactive geo game where you can pass cards around, like trading cards around, and that will um, do things in the game. But the one in my bin right now is just a founder's card. It's just a kind of a, it was just something I wanted to make that was kind of cool. So feel free to check those out. Thanks for your purchase. Um, let's see. So any paid version allows for co-organizers. So I would say if you've got a group of people, I think it's, what do we have it at, $12.99 for the pro account. That gets you analytics, updates. Actually, I think we should probably change some of that there. I want to up that. That gets you reoccurring trains. That gets you battle trains analytics board, but it also gets you that co-organization. If you've got a group that you do trains with a lot, just get one person to sign up for the pro account, and then just add organizers to your trains. Maybe pool that in $12.99, spread it across your group. Be like 50 cents a person for like 40 slots or something like that. I don't know, however you want to do that. How many can you have? I think on the pro plan it's 30 trains a month. And then the ultimate plan, you have unlimited. It's just basically like you get everything, and you get priority support. Right now, I think everybody kind of gets priority support because I'm just trying to help everybody out and make sure that nobody has any bugs. Um, but Oh, organizers, as many as you want. Like there's no, I don't think we have any restrictions on an organizer per train. You just have to, as the train organizer, the original owner of the train, you just have to, um, you just have to give them access. So if we go to my train here, organizer tools, here's where I can share my invites. These are join links. Co-organizers, I just let's so if I wanted Noelle to be a co-organizer on that, I would just add her as a co-organizer. I'm not going to do that because this is my test track that's set for like 2030 or something like that. Yeah, 8,600 days from now. But yeah, you can just add as many organizers as you want there. Moderators. So we've added a couple things here. So we started moderators, I think a few weeks ago. Um, this and that finds. Did that answer your question on how many organizers? It's like pretty much you can add like 2, 3, however you get any. Okay, perfect. So on moderators, you can send out your join link to your moderators, and they can either like they'll get a selection. They'll have all the slots that are open. They can select if they're going to be joining the train. But there's also a button that says join as a moderator. So if you join as a moderator, you get mod tools. Let me jump back to my demo here. So let's see, where's that train I just set up? Oh, I didn't already pass it now. Did I set that up on the other account? I set it up on the other account. Okay, so I can take this one. So I'm the organizer here. I'm gonna send myself, generate an invite link. I'm gonna go over to my other account that I'm logged into and go into that link. So now you have, I've been invited. So I'm going to accept the rules. So we have rules. We're going to actually expand this to rule sets, but this is for just any train right now. It's just on your profile. You can set up rules. And if you create a train, it's going to have those rules. That's kind of restrictive. So we're going to pop that out into the toolbox and make a rule set. So if you have 10 different types of trains you run, you can have 10 different rule sets. You can have a general rule set, and then you can say, like, I've got these, I don't know, like my wife, she's got the mini raid train for this month, so you can have general and then rules for just this train, and those combined together. So we're going to make some changes to the rule sets. So I can go ahead and accept that. So now we've got grab a slot. So I can grab a slot if I want to, but I can also join as a mod. So I'm going to join as a mod. Now I'm modding the train. So now I get this new toolbox, and I can see what the train. Oh, that didn't set me there. Oh yeah. So I'm a mod on the train, but now I want to select my mod spot. So I'm going to go ahead. Who am I logged in as? I'm logged in as the other user, so I can mod this spot. So now I'm a mod on this spot. Maybe I want to mod this spot down here, and you can have multiple mods on a single. So if you as a seller always have these couple mods, you can have them join in as a mod, and then they get access to mod the train for your slots. And now you're a slot moderator, and it shows you what slots you're moderating. Moderator preferences, I haven't set any there, so I'm going to go back to my other user, my organizer. So now I've got moderator preferences. This is the mod instructions. So I'm going to save that. And then if I wait, it's going to pop up there, but I'm just going to refresh my page. I think it's got a 30-second. Yeah, so the moderator will see the instructions for this train. So if there's any specific moderator instructions, so let's see, do the participants have to set up their mods on their shows, or does it do it automatically? So on the show in Whatnot itself, I believe there's a feature that you have to assign somebody or invite somebody to be a mod on your show. In Raid Train Express, the user would have to get a join the train, so they'd need to get an invite link if you're doing invite links, or if they're a friend on there, they can do that. The admin can actually auto sign those too. So if I go back to the admin view, I can come down here and I can select this slot here. So I can assign people slots. That won't automatically assign them, what that'll do is that'll send an invite for them to accept. So one of the patterns, one of the patterns on here is that we never want to just lock in somebody for an assignment without getting their approval. So anytime you invite somebody to do something, um, if I invite somebody um, as a participant, let's put seller one here. I'm going to add them as a participant, and then I'm going to do super admin over here as the moderator. So you can set that. When I save that, what it does, it's going to go over there and see how it says mod pending. So that mod pending means that that user, the moderator, hasn't accepted that task yet. The seller also has not accepted the task, so they both got an invite to join this train and to do those different things, be a participant and be a moderator. So the admin can come in here and do that. Individual participants don't have access to just bring people into the train. That's more of a that's more of an organizer tool. So if you've got moderators you want in the train, you'd ask the organizer to send them those links, or if you've probably got the link already, if they've joined, that would be the way that they get in. Does that answer your questions there? This and that's. All right. Yeah, one of the things we wanted to do is just make things easy. Um, I noticed people when they copy. I, I started seeing a trend where people would copy their show notes and they would put a little exclamation point or something. Let's see. It seems like the participant still needs to add the mod to their show. Yeah, on Whatnot, definitely they need to. Um, there's a invite or a approval process permission to add them into the show. I can't. Yeah, I can, on Whatnot. I have no control over what happens on Whatnot. So that's definitely something that um, that you would do on Whatnot. I'll get the exact steps down and I'll put it as a KB article on the site, or I'll link it to the I would imagine that's on Whatnot, like user guide or something like that. But maybe I'll work something into the show notes. If you have a mod on your on their not participant notes, it would be maybe the participant checklist. Would that make sense? If you've got a mod assigned to yours, it could maybe have a thing here that says how to attach them to your Whatnot show as a mod. That might be a good place for me to add that. Yeah, I'll see if I can add that. Just a easy place to find that information. What was I saying? So copy lineup. So let's see. I'm logged in as on this account 70 Shane C77. So if I copy the lineup, let's see. Where's some place I can paste this at? Let me just edit the train here and just show you. Oh no, it's not. That one's in progress. I can't edit it. Let's see. Let me just bring up my coding environment here. Um, so yeah, so now when you copy your show notes, if you can see that, it puts a red exclamation point next to you. So every participant, when they copy the show notes, it'll just give a little indicator on that to paste into your show notes into your show. So it kind of flags how you can or flags your spots in the show. I also saw people printing out the Sign Up Genius like page. So we put in this was a recent addition. We put in a print version, so you just print train schedule, and that will print your train schedule here. You can print that as a PDF, or you can print that to your printer, and then it highlights your slots that you're in. So it says me, you're in bold, and then you've got a kind of a green outline for your slot on there, and then it'll have just all the information about the train. Um, so if you wanted an actual physical copy to look at and do whatever, mark it up, you can print that. It has the rules. It has like it'll have all the slots. If there's any participant notes, um, you can definitely print that out. And yeah, um, if that's helpful for people, go for it. Um, so let's see. So I think that's most of the features. Let me take a look at our features list. If you're ever curious of what we're doing, at the bottom of the public pages, there's a what's new feature um, that kind of gives us everything that we've been working on. So this is a day by day. That's June 4th, June 3rd, June 2nd, June 1st. Like so we're constantly evolving this platform and polishing it and putting in new features. For organizers, we updated the workflow for slot editing, so that's a lot easier now for organizers. We did have a two-tier editing for organizers before, but now it just seemed like it just seemed too complicated and confusing, so I just made it into one workflow. Um, oh, good. Yeah, so as a participant, that's great. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good experience participating in the train. And Marie, you were on Marie's train, right? The ABC train. Um, yeah, so that AB I was on. Oh, you were on the craft. Oh, you were on the one when Noel was on. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, Domdy Doms. Okay, yeah. So that one was yeah. So it's good to see that it was easy for you as a participant. Yeah, like I said, we're trying to make it not just easy for the organizer, but we want the participant. Like you guys, there's so many questions or anything like that um, that you might have along the way. The organizer can fill a lot of this stuff out and just kind of answer all those questions up front. You can put They can put participant notes in. Um, so if they wanted to give you let's see, that's an edit. So yeah, so these are participant notes. These don't show up on the public side. So these are like private notes for the train participants and anybody's involved in actually running the train. Um, yeah, actually, yeah, all the answers can be kind of preloaded into the train by the organizer. And then as a participant, you just go in there and you like, oh, I've got these like here's my title, here's my show notes, here's the lineup, here's the rules for the train, um, here's the participant notes. I can print my schedule. What's going on? Did I miss anything? I've got my checklist here. So if you just kind of go down this line, it'll give you if the organizers put all that in there, it'll all be there for you. And then if you have questions, just go into the chat. So there's a chat feature in the train. So you can at mention somebody. So if you're just typing in the train, the next time somebody comes in, there'll be a little bubble down here, and it'll say like I think it's like it flags either there's new messages or something like that. But if you do an at and then their username, who's on this train? So test two. So if I did at test two, if I did something like that, hello. So test two just got a notification in their bell icon, but any ats also go to their email if they want it. Those notifications go out. I found that I'm a clicker. Oh, that's great. Yeah, click around. Tell me if there's something not working right for you, or if something's like seems weird. I like people that click around and find like say, hey, this works great, or hey, this doesn't quite work right. um, but on your profile down at the bottom, you can opt out of those email notifications if you don't want to get those. So those are you can say no to everything, or you can opt out of individual types there. So we're not just pushing that out there, and you have no control over it if you don't want that in your email inbox. But to get the notifications on like your Android or iOS, just go to the chat assistant and say something like, help me install on my phone. And then it should give you some answers here. So it says how to do that on iOS, iPhone, and iPad, as well as Android. So there's Android version here. And then how to enable push notifications. So that's all. Just yeah. If you have any questions like that, just ask the assistant. It's all set up. Once I set up a train, we are able to clone to another scheduled train. Yes, yeah. So yep. So you can just clone that train. That will do a copy over. That should copy over like assets like the title, the thumbnail. Let's see what else. The description. I think it copies over pretty much everything except for like the participants. So it kind of blanks out the participants, and then the date. Um, and then the chat box, that'll chat boxes are only for that individual train. So if you've got a bunch of different trains, if you're chatting about like maybe like Noelle has her recurring trains, so she's got this train here, this train here, this train here. That's a series. Um, um, so that's a feature. That's a pro feature too, to just build out a series. You can still kind of do that on the free version just by using the clone tool. So you can just clone those. It just there's a lot more automation in a lot more automation and features in the paid version. But we're still trying to give the free version a ton of features. I think that's actually, I was talking earlier, I was going to say I was going to up some things on the versions here. Where's my tiers at? I wanted to up the max stuff on here. So let's make that 50. And I think that's another thing that so you notice, I don't know if you guys can see that on your screen, we've got AI features. Right now we've got the little chat guy, he's cool. But we're going to be building in like the ability for you to create your like thumbnails inside the app. Free version will get some access to that. There'll be that costs us money to run those features. So every time somebody generates an image, that's a spend on our side. So we need to gate that at some point. But we'll give free users some of those abilities too. So it might be like, since you have 10 trains a month, maybe we can set it to like 10 images you can create or something like that. So we'll have that, but as you jump up in the tiers, you'll have like more access um, to those types of features, or you'll have more access to make more of like uh, thumbnails and things like that. Yeah. Let's see, what other features did we light up recently? Let me look at our what's new. So co-organizer, workflow fixes, advanced slot UX, rating notifications. Yeah, like I said, we opened up rating notifications. Um, oh, that's what I said. So notification workflows now includes rating related reminders to improve post-train follow through. So after a train ends, Everybody that's involved in the train will get a notification saying, "Hey, the train's over. Come back in here and rate the train." Um, so on your, you can always go to the past. So the ones that were in the past here, I'll take a look at Noel's. So on each slot, you can see there's a rate button. So um, you can rate those each individual. So I already rated Noel here, but you could rate each individual person on here. I think you could rate the organizer too. Mm, I thought there was an easy way to rate the organizer. I'll make sure that we have that in there to rate the organizer as well, because we want to make sure that the organizers are getting rating too, so people can see that that they have they're a good organizer for the train. But yeah, after you're done with the train, just go back in. If you've watched the shows, just rate the shows or rate the people that there. It gives you the ability to do like coordination, communication, reliability, engagement. Then you can put optional feedback. Those are all anonymous. Like users won't see who rated each other. You'll just see kind of an aggregate of those ratings. So that's yeah, that's all in there for folks. Oh, I think my doggo is asking to go outside, so I'll be right back. He is barking at the door. Sorry about that. Oh, where'd he go? He's old and blind, and where are you at? Oh, you're okay, buddy. All right, I'm coming back. He was sleeping on the front room floor, and he is just scared, I guess. Any questions? Got about 5 minutes until I'm wrapping up. It's my little doggo. He's Australian Silky. Um, yeah, he's how old is he? He'll be, I think he's 16 now. Um, he's yeah, I think he's kind of on his last leg, but he's had a good life, I think. I hope I give him a good life. Yeah, he's a pretty good dog. A 15-year-old terrier. Yeah, terriers are super cute. Um, yeah, we used to have another dog, but yeah, uh, he had to leave us. I was gonna see if I could find a picture here. Yeah, this is my favorite picture here. He's just a cute little guy. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let me try to. There he is. That was quite a few years ago. That was back when before he was blind and deaf. He's got he can't see anymore, but that's probably one of my favorite pictures of him. He's a sweet little guy. Yeah, so if you guys have any other questions, I can take those. Feel free to ask questions on my through Whatnot, or contact me through the other channels. Like I said, I'm on some of the group me's. Um, But yeah, get in touch with me, and I will yeah, answer any questions. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this has been fun. I'm a software engineer or a software manager. I manage like 4 teams right now on my 9 to 5 job, and this project has been so much more fun because my other jobs are like cybersecurity and threat intelligence, and this is a lot just like I don't know. I have more creative outlook here. Um, Instead of like web crawlers and threat intelligence bots that categorize the internet, I don't know, helping you guys try to have fun with raid trains and make it an easier experience. So yeah, um, watching this reminds me of my old corporate job building POS systems. Oh, fun. Yeah, I've built some. I've tested a lot of POS systems. I actually tested before the iPhone. I worked for Apple, testing their point of sales. They'd walk around with these little hand scanners, and the funny thing was is those were all Windows-based hand scanners at the time. They didn't have iPhones yet, so I had to troubleshoot like Windows systems while I worked at Apple. Yeah, the little mobile guys with the scanner. Yeah, that was like 2008. Um, Yeah, Wozniak actually came into our store and he bought the first iPhone out of there. So I was there checking that out. That was fun, fun times. Yeah, I used to work at One Infinite Loop on the old campus. Now they got that big circle campus, the spaceship. Um, but I worked at the old campus where Steve Jobs was at. Cool. All right. If there is nothing else, I will drop off. Thanks everybody for your time. And yeah, hit me up with any ideas or features or um, oh, you work build electronic medical records for big hospital systems. Oh, very cool. So so you're doing all the IT work for that? GA Southern Charm. I'd be curious on how AI has impacted your day to day. I filled out the yeah, patient charging system for Epic. Okay, nice. That's great. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always looking for fun tech folks to talk to and just share ideas or just we at work. Like I said, I manage like 4 teams. I've got like 40-ish. I think I got 40 people now that I deal with. Um, I've been trying to do like these code show and tells. So if one of the engineers gets something really interesting to share, we set up a forum for them to like a scheduled meeting. Like if you got something cool to show us, like check it out. We're gonna do this show and tell. Just it can be for work, it can be for whatever. Just to give a place for creative. Um, oh, that's too bad. The management is sucks. Yeah. Yeah, corporations are interesting. I'll just say that. I still I still have a 9 to 5 job, so I don't want to like burn that bridge right now. But yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I try to make it fun. The code show and tell. I've got one engineer that's just like he's just like the smartest guy, and he just numbers and statistics are he's all about that, and he's been really taken to like automating a lot of his workflow with AI and just being more productive. I think that's where AI should really go is like just make us more productive, not be replacing people. Just if you can make it so one engineer can do the job of five, like have that engineer have those 5 engineers do the work of 20, you know. um, don't lay people off or anything like that. Just be more productive. Um, well, cool. Well, thanks all for your time. I'm gonna go ahead and drop and check out and see how Toby's doing. I think he's wandering up and down the hall trying to look for us, and he doesn't know where we are. So, thank you all. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to y'all later.